in all consumer seminars, some disclaimer here. All investment comes with risk. So please do your necessary financial checks first before you commit into any properties that you see based on this seminar. Okay, let's go straight to the point. Price analysis. Okay, so I met many clients, I've spoken to many customers, spoken to many real estate agents, especially from ERA. Okay, they were discussing to me about the pricing, how price has shifted, whether this is the correct price, this is the correct unit. Let's do a breakdown on the prices that was reviewed to you yesterday and even today. But before I go further on this, the ballot box is still open. Okay, so if you are rushing down right now, okay, please drive safely, park safely, drop the ticket while you're listening to me. Okay, so the ballot box is still open. It will open to I think it will close in another hour's time. So if you're on the way there, okay, still be careful and drop your ballot ticket first before you commit into any other things. Okay, price analysis. Like in any developments I do for my consumer seminar, I always break down into zones. Okay, so you can see many circles here. Not to worry, let me break it down for you. You can see, if you follow my mouse cursor, you can see red color circles here, yellow color circles, and green color circles. Basically, what I do is developers, myself, real estate professionals, we always have price zones. Okay, price zones are based on the value buys, which is a circle in red. Okay, the intermediary price, which is circled in yellow, and the premium price, which is circled in green. Premium, there's always a premium to be paid for good units. So based on the current context, unless there are major changes on the mindset of Singaporeans, most premium price units are always facing the swimming pool. Okay, so that's why you can see the red color ones and the yellow color ones are covering the parameter of the development itself. So the starting, the entry level prices are in red, the intermediate prices are in yellow over here, and the green color ones are the one facing the pool. Okay, just so you get the orientation right, this is Sembawang Road, this is Canberra Road. Okay, so along this road here, where this is the MRT station, is where I'm circling my mouse cursor right now. Okay, so over here, this side is Sembawang Road. Okay, and over here side is an empty piece of land. Okay, earmarked for education. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, how high will the school be built and all this, but just so I share with you, and you read the newspaper, if you scroll your Facebook or Insta, you will know that a lot of schools are combining now. Singaporeans are simply not giving birth enough. Okay, not giving birth to children, Singaporeans enough. Okay, so there are not a lot of children out there, so probably the school, I don't know. Okay, your guess is as good as mine. I'm not sure what MOE or the government has planned, but it's zoned for school. Okay, when it will come to fruition, I don't know. Okay, but eventually it will, but currently it's an empty patch of land here where I'm circling. Okay, so these are my price zones, the red, the yellow, and the green ones. Then let's zoom in right now, okay, into comparing pricing between a brand new launch and a brand new EC. Okay, why do I compare brand new launches? Because you cannot compare a brand new EC price nor a brand new condo price with a resale condo, because resale prices are based on what the market decides currently. Okay, as you know now, prices are on a high, both HDB and resale prices for resale private condominiums. But importantly, you should know that brand new launches like EC and also private new launches are based on what the developer pay for the land. The highest bidder wins. Okay, so this is the fairest system that the government has introduced, and hence that's why I always compare new EC prices with what is available in the market right now based on new launches. So that being said, let's do this. Okay, so let's do a bit of a 3-bedroom comparison here. I took our Provence Residence price. Okay, I based on a C2, a dumbbell, 926 square feet. Price for 0513 is around about 993, about 1,072 per square feet, still below 1,001 per square feet. Okay, and I compare it with what is available new launch in the market right now. So I took as far extreme as possible, even to Treasure at Tampines, which is not too near a train station or future train station for that matter. Okay, we are looking at a 915 square feet, which is comparable in size. If you look at this right now, my people, if you look at this right now, you can see there's a clear distinction in the price. Okay, easily about 250,000 apart, and easily about $300 per square feet apart. Okay, and that is not all. Not only is there a price difference, a per square feet difference, there's also layout difference as well. So you can feel right now that Provence Residence offers you a very, very a livable, very comfortably sized unit that you can actually let your whole family enjoy. Why do I say that? Let's take a look at this comparison in terms of the layout of the unit itself. For Provence, I have an enclosed kitchen with a proper utility here, a home shelter here with a yard and a WC behind as well, and 3 proper bedrooms. Okay, and whereas if you look at what is out there in the market right now, readily available, you can go and buy right now if you want at Treasure and Tampines. Okay, it costs you about 1.253. Okay, we have an open concept kitchen. So that is why people buy EC. Just to share with you, my younger brother, my cousins are all EC's owner, and they're still EC owners, and some of them have already sold their ECs at a good profit margin. Okay, so this is something that I'd like you to know, that why people commit to EC, not only because of the pricing, which is lower than what other new launches out there offering, but also in terms of the layout as well, because it is recognized and it is a hybrid system where ECs are actually half government, where the government sells the land at a subsidized rate to the developer, and the developer has an onus to build something that is livable at least for 5 years when you are there, because there's a minimum occupation period. So that is why you always find ECs are very comfortably sized, comfortably designed. Okay, so not only do you pay something lesser, you get a better layout in terms of a 3-bedroom. And of course, I compare with another condominium called the Provence Residence, which is in Hougang, and is within, I understand, okay, it's about 600 meters from the future MRT, so not too far a distance from where Provence is to Canberra MRT as well. So I started to make this comparison in terms of pricing. So I took something bigger, a 1044 square feet Provence Residence, something bigger in comparison to a Florence of 980 square feet, which is what their 3 bedrooms they are offering right now. So if you look at the price, again, there is even a bigger margin difference. Okay, this is about 1.164, just costing 1115 per square feet. Okay, which is what the average EC pricing out there right now is about 1150 per square feet. Okay, so it is still below, okay, what the average EC, new ECs out there are priced. Okay, when I compare this with Florence, I see a big gap, an even bigger gap of about 300,000 to 400,000 gap apart per square feet, $400 per square feet. So in terms of location, we are not too far to a train station. That is why you committed, you dropped the ticket at Provence Residence, because you know that connectivity is important, comfortability is important, affordability is important. Okay, so that is why you committed. So that is why you can see clearly from here, not only is there a price difference, there's also a layout difference. The layout difference, we can see from here is properly sized, where the 3 bedrooms are all flush in one line, along the same line as the dining and the living area, and we have a proper enclosed kitchen with a yard as well. But if you compare it to a Florence layout, okay, a 3 bedroom classic, a 980 square feet, okay, all right, so you're looking at an enclosed kitchen as well, but you don't have any yard area to play around with, or even a store itself. Okay, so that is why clearly EC and especially Provence Residence gives you not only the connectivity to a train station in the future North-South Highway, we also give you a better dollar for dollar return as well. Okay, that is 3 bedroom settled. Let's do 4 bedroom comparison. Let's do the same 2 developments comparison again, Treasure and Provence, Provence and Florence Residence. Isolating now into Treasure itself, we take our 4 bedroom for comparison. So if I take the D1s for Provence at about 1,399 square feet, 0512, we are priced at 1.628, round about 1164 per square feet. Pool view, big size and pool view. All right. So, and if you compare this to Treasure, okay, at 1355, slightly smaller on the 5th floor as well, apple to apple comparison, we are looking at a 1.74 difference. Not only with a smaller size, but a higher price in terms of per square feet, and also in terms of the quantum that you pay. And in terms of the layout, look here. On the left is where Provence is. I know many of you fall in love with the layout of our 4 bedders. Only 2 types for you to choose from. So the best of luck on Thursday, on tomorrow when we do the electronic balloting, and on Thursday book your dream unit. Okay, so if you look here, we have a proper dry kitchen. We also have a junior master with an ensuite. Okay, if you compare this to a 4 bedroom premium at Tampines, okay, Treasure, okay, you have an enclosed kitchen, but you won't have the luxury of a bigger room, nor do you have the luxury of a junior master for 3G living. Okay, so that is important. Again, from the 3 to the 4, you can see a clear price distinction, and also a clear distinction in the layout that what Provence can offer you in comparison to what is readily available in the market right now in terms of building under construction. Okay, Like I mentioned to you earlier, I compared to Florence as well. The difference is even greater. Okay, so at Hougang, future MRT about 600 meters away for Florence. Okay, we are looking at a 2 mil property, much smaller, about 1281 square feet. Whereas our Provence D1, okay, at 0512, same at 1.628, you have this junior master, you have this dry kitchen, you have a proper yard, and you have a home shelter. Okay, so you can see a clear distinction between the pricing and also the layout that is offered, what is offered in the current market right now. That being said, so now you have dropped your ticket. Now by now you should have chosen a few, at least about 20 to 30 units ideally that you have discussed with our real estate agents out there. So if you have not, okay, let me help you through this. Okay, just now I mentioned about 3 zones: the red zone, the yellow zone, and the green zones. Let's break it down. So if I start from the red zones, okay, so the red zones are around here. All right, so if you take a look at the pricing of stack 1, stack 9, stack 13, and stack 14, these are all my C1s and C2s, the dumbbell shape with an enclosed kitchen, okay, with a home shelter. Okay, why home shelters are important? Because I serve many executive condominium customers. The biggest challenge that I always sell for compact units like this or functional units like this is they always tell me, I need a storeroom, James, because I need to store a lot of things. So for the past few ECs, you may struggle. Okay, going forward, this current EC that you have, you won't have this issue because you're given a home shelter for every unit. Okay, so that being said, in terms of pricing, we have one of the best entry pricing you can have. Below 900,000, you can get a 3-bedroom, 890,000, 0201 here. Okay, at just slightly above $1,000 per square feet for a brand new launch. Very rare and very difficult to find. In fact, it's impossible to find in the current market right now for brand new launches. So if I compare, if you're losing at stack 1, okay, and if Lady Luck is not on your side in terms of balloting, you must consider like stacks like 9 and 13 and 14. 13 is slightly bigger, so may not be an apple-to-apple comparison, but you can consider 9 and 14 as well, because the entry price in terms of every unit there from the 2nd to the 10th floor, you can see 3 floors comparison that we have here. The difference is around about 20 to 30,000. Okay, so it will not make much difference to your loan, okay, if you're taking a full loan, but it gives you a wider choice, okay, wider choice to enter into a market below 1,001 per square feet at the red zones here. Then if I move anti-clockwise into stack 33, where my mouse is circling right now, this is something that a lot of people are looking at as well. I know a lot of people are looking at this as well because the entry price is really, really very enticing at 1028 per square feet starting from 907 starting price. Okay, so these 4 stacks you can consider as one bundle in your selection. Do me one small favor, don't restrict yourself to only 5 or 6 choices. It's never a wise move for balloting. Okay, you should talk to your real estate agent, and our agents are and a real estate salesperson from ERA are well trained in this to select at least 20 to 30 units. So you open up your choices. So you put your top priority on the top, and then you come down this way. So at least when it comes your turn, you know which one to take, and there won't be no jittery involved. Okay, so stack 33, if you don't fancy it, let's do this. Let's go to the perimeter closer to the empty field side. Okay, we have our stacks 32. Okay, stack 36, they are of the same price. So these 2 stacks are the same price, not too far off. Okay, 965 starting all the way just above $1 million for the 10th floor unit. So if you ask me, personally speaking, if they were going to be a school there, if there's going to be a school there, probably it will go about 5, 6 stories high. Okay, so if you get something higher, like 8, 9, 10 story, you can choose between these 2 stacks itself. Okay, even consider stack 28. Stack 28 is slightly higher because of the unit number, and the slightly higher is only probably about 8,000 difference. $8,000 difference, you get a very nice unit number, stack 28. Okay, so these are things that you should consider and pen it down inside your selection list. Okay, so another 2 stacks that you can consider are my C2s at stack 20 and 24. They're exactly the same price, bigger in size at 926. Okay, starting prices are just above $1,000, close to 1,001 per square feet market rate. Okay, so proper 3-bedroom, 3 proper size bedrooms, enclosed kitchen with a home shelter as well. Okay, and then of course, if you want something a bit more premium, then you should look at something inside. Okay, so all my prices are ranging between 1.022 from the or 1.018 all the way to about 1.1, close to about 1.1 mil. Okay, so in between, Okay, if you want something that is facing the pool directly, then take the inside. You have many stacks to choose from based on the same kind of layout that you have seen at the show gallery itself. Okay, so do me one small favor. If you really want to analyze things, give yourself choices after choices, because the layouts are the same. Okay, the only difference is in the price. Okay, so if you're a bit more price sensitive, but you know the range should be stretching about 20,000, you can actually get something higher and widen your choices. Okay, so these are my C1s and C2s. Now that being said, how about let's do the green color ones first, shall we? Okay, the green color ones are my C3s, C4s, and C5s, ranging from a 1044 square feet to 1066 square feet. Okay, so if I start from my red zone again, just take note. Okay, they're my stack 2 and stack 5. They're all both 1066 square feet. Okay, only a slight difference in price, probably about 12,000 to 15,000 difference in price. Okay, but if you can choose levels of the same and going downwards or upwards depending on yourself, okay, you can choose between these two units. They are the same size, only a slight difference in price. So pen it down in your choice of units itself. And stack 6, although slightly smaller, they are quantum, okay, but okay, in terms of the pricing wise, okay, they are just slightly higher. Okay, so you may consider this in your consideration as well. So along this red line that you see over here, you can choose these 4 stacks. If you prefer something on the lower floors, go ahead. If you prefer something on a higher floor, go ahead. So always give yourself a range of 5 stories difference from 6 to 10 or 1 to 5 for that matter, and stretch across these 4 stacks itself because they're all evenly priced. Okay, then of course, like what we have seen earlier in our stack 17, okay, sorry, stack 5, okay, you at that 634 or 1066 square feet, okay, this is starting from 1.136, okay, at 1066 per square feet. So this seriously should be in your consideration. Okay, so if you want something, okay, of a quieter end, of course, you can choose our stack 31, 35, and our 27. These 3 are the same price. So this is an easy choice, my people, easy choice. Okay, so you select across the board 27, 31, or 35, across the board, the levels you want, inform our agents. We will inform you when time comes where this unit is available at your time of booking. Okay, so and now coming counterclockwise, where at the 11 o'clock time, okay, stack 19 and stack 23. Okay, these 2 are the same priced. Okay, they are the same size, they are the same type, 1044. These 2 are my personally, I feel they are also good stacks, okay, because they are all facing inwards, okay, and their price is the same. So if you're looking at this particular direction, if you're looking at something slightly lower than what 31, 35, and 27 has to offer, choose these 2 stacks, okay, widen your choices, okay, because they are all both the same price. Of course, if you want something more premium, you should come into stack 3, stack 8, and stack 11. Now, stack 3 and stack 11, they are of exactly the same price, okay, exactly the same price. All 3 are pool facing. Okay, stack 8 is priced slightly more premium by another 8,000 because of the unit number. Okay, so these are things that you should consider and open up your choices into these 3 stacks. If you want something more premium, you want a pool facing unit, then these 3 must be in your choice. Okay, must be in your choice. All right, so coming back, that's my C3s, C4s, and C5s. Okay, how about my C6 and C7? Everyone who stepped into my C6 show gallery fell in love with what it has to offer, because for the very first time, not only do you have a junior master, okay, in the 3-bedroom itself, you also have a very sizable master bedroom that has a direct connectivity to the balcony itself. Okay, so if you're looking at C6 itself, there are 3 stacks to choose from. Okay, my stack 18, stack 15, and stack 4. Naturally, stack 18 and stack 15, they are pool facing, they are premiumly priced. Okay, all right, premiumly priced. So you can choose between these 2. Okay, premium stacks that you're looking at. Stack 18 will be slightly dearer because of the unit number. Okay, so if you want something, okay, if you want something a bit lower in price, you can consider our stack 4, which is a very enticingly priced at just below 1,001 per square feet starting from, okay, for our 2nd floor. Okay, so in the event, okay, you get yourself priced out of stack 4 itself, do consider our stack C3, C4s, and C5s. Okay, they are of a 3-bedroom layout. The only difference is they don't have a junior master. Okay, junior master. So okay, so That being said, that's my 3-bedroom units that I've just discussed with you about. Then of course, my 4 bedrooms, it comes as a no-brainer, only 2 stacks for you to choose from. You can take D2s and D1s. Now, people ask me, okay, people actually ask me, you know, James, there are only 2 stacks here. What's the advantage of only having 2 stacks of 4 bedrooms? Okay, my simple answer is this. If you have been to enough EC show flats out there, okay, you know what I mean. Okay, there's Park Central, there's Ola, okay, there is Park Canberra, there is Bedroom Grande, okay. And if you go to any one of these 4 that I just mentioned to you, I believe some of you have done so. Okay, you have seen a lot of 4-bedders there, many 4-bedder stacks out there. Okay, and then why Provence has only 2 makes it even more exclusive, makes it even more exquisite. Why? Because next time when you're able to sell the development, when it's up for when minimum occupation period is achieved for Provence residents, then there's not much choices for the resale buyers to choose from. So they'll definitely have to choose either your stack or your neighbor stack. Okay, so that's the advantage of having less supply. If you understand economics well, okay, by the virtue of demand and supply curve, when supply is very low and demand is high for 4-bedroom, especially those who are looking to upgrade from HDB into a condominium in terms of resale, and they have priced that they are no longer eligible to buy an EC or not eligible to buy an EC, they definitely can have only these 2 stacks to choose from. So it is very exclusive, very exquisite. Okay, so this is something that I can tell you right now. Okay, then comes my first key point, affordability. Okay, so now I've covered the floor plans, I covered pricing in comparison to the market, what is available in the market right now. Let's talk about this first key point, affordability. ECs are always known to be affordable. It is a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. You can nowhere in the market right now, you can buy a 3-bedroom less than $1 million or even slightly above $1 million, brand new, okay, from a developer. But this is what EC is about. It's able to offer you that thing that you want to upgrade your lifestyle to. So if I look at the whole picture of things, if I compare Provence average price, development average price is about 1140, okay, I still find our price at least 20 to 50% lower than what is available in the market right now. If you want to know something, my people, Riverfront at Hougang, Treasure at Tampines, Affinity at Serangoon, Florence at Hougang, Sengkang Grand at Sengkang itself, of course, Buangkok. Okay, these are the only few OCRs, new launches you can buy. The supply is very limited. The developer knows. That is why any land that is out for bidding right now will be heavily bidded. Okay, and it will break record after record after record because the developer need to top up their land bank. If they do not top up, they have answers to be answered to their shareholders. So they need to win land to make money. Okay, so to win land to make money, and with the scarce land that we have offered for private residential development, the price, from my understanding, from my experience, will go up at least for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, because of the heavy bidding and the depleting land available. So even when the developer bid heavily for the land, they will still price themselves at a premium rate. Why? At this current market itself, you all know that because of the COVID-19, okay, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all these workers has been stopped from coming into Singapore. So the cost of construction has increased. Not only land cost has increased, cost of construction has increased. So all this, let me tell you, they are not a charitable organization. They will not absorb the cost. They will pass it back to the buyers like you and I. Okay, so if you want to make a very clear choice today, then you know that what Provence Residence has to offer to you is the price that beats the market right now. So if you look at this slides I have, which is updated today, up to today, we are still about 20% lower. In the future, it will even be more. I'll have a slide to show you very shortly. Okay, not only in terms of per square feet wise, okay, we are up 20% lower. We are also the only building under construction that offers you for now, because the balloting hasn't started, okay, a 413 choice units for you to choose, okay, that is underpriced below the market. So if you are looking at a 3-bedroom, okay, at Provence Residence, okay, something about 1.015 million and below, you got a wide range of choices from our 3-bedrooms out there, our C1s and C2s and C3s and C4, C5s as well. Okay, if you look here, Riverfront, okay, the cheapest 3-bedroom now that's offered now is 1.2+ million. Okay, and their size at 915 square feet. Okay, for this, you can get at least a 1044 or 1066 square feet C3, C4, C5s at Provence Residence itself. Okay, so if I go down the table here, you can see that the cheapest 3-bedroom you can find, the cheapest one, okay, it is still about 1.2, stretching all the way to 1.5 mil. So make this decision right now when your chance to book comes right in. Put your check in and tell yourself that this is the right choice because you have done enough analysis on this. Okay, why I show this slide, okay? This is a phenomenon. I'm also a practitioner. I do resale as well, and I do new launches as well, okay? And I see of recent months, because of the slowdown in the BTO, they lengthened TOP for a lot of public housing projects, okay? Because of the COVID, because of the pandemic that we are undergoing right now, okay? The waiting time has been lengthened. So all these first timers and even those who are looking at second timers out there, they're going to upgrade to another subsidized flat, has all gone into the resale market because they can't wait. Okay, I have got this buyer. Okay, I should be in this Zoom right now. He was telling me that they are a young couple. Okay, he was telling me that day. Okay, if I have to wait 5 to 6 years for my new BTO to be ready, okay, or even 7 years as some estimated, okay, my child will be in K2 and P1 already. So too long away. So all these buyers, both resale or first timers, they start to move into the resale market. So what happened? Again, in the law of economics, the demand and supply, demand has went up by a lot, supply is only that much, prices escalated. And because the government controls the valuation out there, okay, based on the transaction, because it's a HDB, after all, never meant for investment, but meant more for homestay, okay, prices have escalated through cash over valuation. Now, it is no longer a surprise, okay, if you see the papers right now at the papers, you can see Bishan or even in Duxton, they're selling above $1 million. Cash over valuation ranges from 50,000 to 100,000. My people, if you're paying that kind of COV, okay, 50 to 100,000 COV, why don't you pay that money as your down payment for Provence Residence? Okay, if you buy $1 million property, your 5% is that 50,000. So that is why a lot of buyers like yourself, and I understand right now, if I can show you live, I would love to. It is so crowded at the show flat right now. Okay, people are streaming in to put in their ballot ticket. Okay, of course, within the safe distancing measures. Okay, they are coming in, they're streaming in because they know if I have to pay that much of a COV to secure a unit that I want, why don't I just buy a condominium for God's sake? Okay, so that is why this is the reason why that new launches and especially ECs has very well take up rate. Okay, because of this current phenomenon as well. Okay, and then a lot of people ask me, James, because of the current pandemic, prices will go down, especially EC. Dream on, not going to happen because the future EC prices, at least immediately for the next 1 or 2 years, will be even higher than what you're going to commit into right now at Provence Residence. If you look at this table, I'm tabling to you, the next one coming on later part of this year will be Park Greenwich, which is not near the train station. It's not even near the LRT station. You can see that they're going to launch at least 1,001 to 1,002 per square feet, simply because of construction costs, because of mandatory requirement for them to use certain type of construction called PPVC. So that being said, cost of construction has increased. Definitely no developer want to lose money. They want to maintain their margin, at least a thin margin, not a heavy margin. A thin margin for a start, they will still need to launch it above 1,150, close to 1,002 per square feet. So going forward, okay, you are looking at prices that are equal or even higher than Provence. So if you can find a EC that close to a train station, that close to a good locale, like where Canberra has to offer, then you should seriously commit on Thursday into Provence Residence. Okay, so our head of research has estimated it has to go at least above 1,001 per square feet. And I'm telling you, it's not going to be 1,001 because this guy has bidded 576, which is $10 more expensive than what Provence Residence developer has bidded for the Provence land. Okay, it will definitely go above 1,150 or even close to 1,002 per square feet. Okay, in a more inferior location. Okay, second key point. Connectivity. It is important to have connectivity. It is important where we have children going to schools. It is important to be near a train station where we are going car light. Okay, so that being said, Provence will fulfill what you need at this development itself. So we are close to a 7 minutes walk, less than 500 meters away from Canberra MRT station. You have Bukit Canberra that's coming up. There's a new north-south highway coming up. To elaborate, We are about 500 meters away from Canberra MRT station, a very short walk, probably about 6 minutes plus. By my legs, I'm not a tall person, I got short legs. My colleagues know this. It takes me about 6 minutes 05 seconds to reach the Canberra train station from the actual site. Okay, so if you're looking at schools, okay, within a kilometer, Wellington Primary and Sembawang Primary, and the two good schools in the north, Chong Fu and Canberra Primary School, they are about two clicks away, okay, from the actual site itself. So abundant primary schools for your children to go to. Okay, so if you need grocery shopping, especially coming back from work or on the weekends, there are many supermarkets out there, even a 24 hours one, both at Sembawang and at Sheng Siong Supermarket at Canberra. All right, so this is a north-south corridor, important for you to know. I stay in the north. I know the pain of driving from the north, from the northern part of Singapore into the city south. Okay, not only do you meet jams, you also have to pay hefty ERPs as well. So going forward, the north-south corridor will alleviate this issue. They will shave off at least 10 to 15 minutes of your traveling time. I cannot guarantee you ERP won't be there. It will be there, but I can guarantee you'll reach there faster because this highway runs parallel with CTE. It will run parallel but fully underground. So if you do not want to drive, you can also take a dedicated public transport lane. Okay, so which is indicated here. It will shave off also 10 to 15 minutes of the traveling time into town. Okay, this is something to look forward for. It will come to fruition in 2026. Okay, very near the TOP date. All right, so very excitingly, we know just diagonally across, one stone throw away, we have this development called the Bukit Canberra. Okay, 12 hectares of land covering polyclinics, senior care, healthcare centers, swimming pools, and indoor hall, badminton court itself. Something very exciting for Sembawang dwellers. Okay, first and foremost, why I highlight this is because we have no polyclinic in Sembawang for the longest time. Okay, for the longest time, there's no polyclinic in Sembawang. People have to go to either Woodlands or Yishun. Afraid not, it's coming soon, this year or later part of this year or next year, this Bukit Canberra will be up, the polyclinic will be ready. Okay, hawker center, like I mentioned earlier, just like polyclinic, Sembawang has no hawker centers, only many coffee shops. So if you're into hawker business, if you're into hawker food, okay, not business, but hawker food, okay, then let me give you the good news. In this year or early part of next year, the hawker center will be ready. Okay, so you know, the Sembawang shipyard will shift out, okay, in the future. So that being said, it will create a redevelopment there, creating more jobs, creating more recreational facilities for people staying in Sembawang, and especially so for people staying in Canberra. Okay, so this is Canberra Plaza, opened on 18th of December last year. Okay, already opened, and this is our first A&W that we have in the north. So Sembawang is no longer Ulu, my people. Okay, directly connected by a link bridge through the MRT station. You have your NTUC, Daiso, Starbucks, A&W, McDonald's, or you can get there at your convenience. And it's just an easy 5 to 6 minutes walk from Provence Residence. Okay, so if you know very well, there's going to be a Woodlands Health Campus that's going to be built near the Gambas, Avenue 12, Woodlands. So it's a short 5 to 7 minutes drive away from Provence Residence. Okay, so if you like Chong Pang like myself, okay, we are redeveloping Chong Pang into integrated development. It will be ready in 2027. Okay, something that is very close to Provence Residence. Okay, second key point, comfortability. This I have to dwell in it because I told you before that ECs are built for homestay. Not only is it easy price, but it's comfortably designed as well. Let's take a look. You only have 413 units, not dense, but it means your pool won't be that crowded. Okay, your function room won't be that crowded as well. Okay, only 413 units to choose from, unlike those $500, $600 or even $800 unit development. Okay, very less dense. Okay, more comfortable. Okay, so this is my site plan I showed earlier, just to show you a critical difference in case you're wondering what's the difference between C1 and C2, James. The main difference is in the kitchen area here. The size is C1 is a slightly smaller 883, C2s are slightly bigger by 926. The room sizes are the same, the balcony sizes are the same. And then my C3s and C4s, importantly, are the size. They're both same at 1044 square feet. The main difference is where this kitchen area is. Okay, all right. So this is the main difference between C3s and my C4s. Very comfortably sized are my C5, C6, C7. C5s are just like my C3s and C4s, but they're slightly bigger at 1066 square feet. Okay, the difference is where the kitchen is. C6 and C6, I don't have to elaborate further. You have been to enough time to see C6, the show unit gallery at the show flat itself. Okay, so this comes with a junior master along with a huge master room. Okay, all right, my C7s, although they are smaller, but the main difference between the two is over here, the entry point, between the entry point here, all right, the storage here, and the home shelter over here, this part, and the AC latch. Okay, so that's the difference between my C6 and C7. So do give it a consideration because C7 is directly facing the pool. Okay, D1 and D2s, I need no elaborate further. What you have seen in the show gallery is my 1399 D2s. Okay, my D1s, the difference is where we don't have a Jack and Jill toilet here, which is outside. We have a dry kitchen portion here, and this storage is slightly bigger with a different configuration layout for my home shelter. Okay, but essentially they are the same. The room sizes are the same. The size of the units are the same. Okay, lastly, the fourth key factor, very important. Almost, in fact, 100% of my EC buyers, including my brother and cousins, inclusive of them, okay, to now have already made paper gains. Okay, because you know that I mentioned to you earlier, okay, that the entry pricing for ECs are much lower, at least 20%. So how profitable is EC? Let's take a look. If you look at this chart they are giving to you, okay, all these are ECs that have achieved MOP and readily available for the resale market out there. Readily for those who are not eligible to buy. Ready for those who are eligible to buy, but still, still think that, this kind of pricing for new ECs cannot buy. Okay, and look, those who move in fast, those first mover advantage, those seize the day, seize the opportunity when given the benefit, they went down and booked. All of them have gained at least 23% minimum, all the way to 45%. But why did I highlight 3 stars there? 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars, because they are higher than the rest. Why are they higher than the rest? Because these 3 ECs, Esperina at Buangkok, Privé at Punggol, Tampines Trillion at Tampines, of course, they are close to the train station. So location do matter, my people. So if you buy Provence Residence, if you have missed out on Park Canberra, okay, then you should consider today, right now, okay, Provence Residence, because we are close to a train station and the upcoming ones will not be. Okay, so if you want to buy something stronger, you want to buy something that gives you profitability, of course, let me clarify. Buying EC is for homestay because you have to stay there for a minimum period of 5 years, for sure. That is for sure. But if you put in $1 million, don't tell me you don't want no returns from there. Okay, it's impossible. Okay, so if you want the best returns possible, then you have to find somewhere a product which is low in price and well located, and that is what Provence can give you, this profitability. Okay, so historical data has shown ECs near the train stations gives you the highest return. Okay, then let's take a look. One Canberra, not too far away from a train station itself. This EC has achieved minimum occupation period, okay, and it's located also within walking distance to Canberra train station as well. You can see profitability there. Those people that started, they are cashing out, okay, has done as some has gone as high as 300 over 1,000, okay, simply because they went in at the right time at the first mover advantage. That is One Canberra, okay. Even my brownstone, okay, which is just opposite Provence Residence, okay, they have not achieved MOP yet. But these are all my resale, not resale units, sorry, aborted units. Aborted units means for some reasons, the family nucleus cannot be formed, they cannot take over the flat, the developer takes it back and sell. The developer will not take it back and sell at the launch price. You can dream on. I can tell you for sure, 100% sure. Okay, they will not. They will sell at what the current market price is. So that being said, they are so close to $1,000 per square feet then. Okay, so this is how much profit, okay, they have taken even before MOP. So can you imagine what will happen after MOP at Brownstone? How about Visionaire next to Brownstone, very near Provence as well? All of them transacted price has made at least $150,000. Okay, and some has achieved $1,000 per square feet already. So you can see right now that even when developers take back the unit and resell to you, they will not sell you at launch price. Never try to ask your salesperson. Right? Never try to ask, can you ask the developer, can they sell me day one price? No way. Okay, they will sell at the current prevailing price. Okay, so even before MOP, Visionaire has already attained annualized gains of at least 4 to 13%. That being said, a lot of people tell me, oh, then James, why don't I buy brownstone? Okay, I wait for it to MOP. Okay, then I buy a resale from there. Now let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this graph. Okay, this is 8 Courtyard. This is the closest, newest okay, the newest resale condo I can find for you out there, readily available in the market that is close to the Canberra MRT station, because I need to compare apple to apple for you. Okay, 8 Courtyard past 5 years, brownstone past 5 years, Visionaire past 5 years. You can see from here, brownstone and Visionaire has gained 23%. Okay, 8 Courtyard for the past 5 years, I gained -7%. Why? Simply because if a buyer has a choice right now, okay, if a buyer has a choice right now, they will want something newer. Okay, they will not want something older, and they're willing to pay a premium price for it. That is why if you have been to the resale market, you will find resale HDB for those who just achieve MOP is much higher in cost than those who are buying about 10 to 20 to 30 years resale HDBs. It's exactly the same reason, because of this word, lease decay. Okay, so you can see from here, if you have given out a brownstone, you don't want to buy a brownstone at that junction, you want to buy a resale, okay, then this is what will happen, because the price was stagnated like 8 Courtyard here. But if you are buying a brand new condominium, or for that matter, brand new EC, price will shift, because okay, the price that you enter is lower than what other new launches are. Okay, so that being said, and when brownstone attains MOP and becomes a resale unit, and you buy at a current prevailing price of about 1,001, then very likely 10 years down the road or 20 years down the road at brownstone, your price will stagnate like 8 Courtyard. Okay, so this is why we mean that a lot of buyers out there are committing to new launches, because Singaporeans want something newer. Singaporean knows the impact of lease decay. Okay, so that is why people commit into new launches, because the lease is shorter. Okay, the lease is longer. Okay, and also a more brand new ID itself. Renovation cost is kept at the minimum. Okay, yes, you can buy a resale brownstone next time, probably about 1,001 to 1,002, I'm sure, in 1-2 years time. But the amount you're going to make from it, okay, will be much lesser next time, because the first movers, like your neighbors who bought firsthand at brownstone, do not need to sell as high as you need to make money. Okay, so be the first mover, be the anchor of the development itself at Provence. Okay, this is something you must know. If I tell you today, if you commit into Provence Residence, let's be at 1,150 per square feet, okay, or 1,002 for that matter, okay, in the very near future, very near future, okay, there will be 2 new launches very near to places where Provence is, and these are the 2 new launches. They will launch in June, between June and September this year, not next year, this year. They were successfully gotten by 2 developers, one by UOL and one by JBE. They will launch, and we have spoken to developers, they are looking at this kind of starting prices per square feet. So, you know, if you enter Provence today or on Thursday for the matter, when you hand over the check to the developer, OTP is issued, you have already possibly made a paper gain of $200 to $250 per square feet. Okay, this is something important, and that is why you should buy at thriving and growing districts like Canberra, where young people, young BTOs are around, where there's enough land to build, so that this GLS, government land sales, will drive your EC price up. Okay, so very near future, you are stand to gain in terms of paper gain $200 to $300 per square feet easily if you commit into Provence Residence. Okay, so taking the whole district of Singapore as a whole, district 65, for the past 20 years, we have gained about 88%, but in just district 27 alone, we have beaten what the average of the whole Singapore average is. We have gained about 102%, meaning 20 years ago, if you buy a private property, and now you have probably made 102%, okay, in your private property. So it's still a very safe district for you to put your money in. Okay, first mover advantage. What is first mover advantage? You may feel jittery, you may feel unsure, you don't know whether this is the right price to go in, but let me tell you what is going to happen. If today you take the brave step to put in the check, okay, on Thursday, okay, very likely in a 1 to 2 or even 3 years time, when the aborted units, they will sell at then the prevailing market price. If then the prevailing market price, if you can see from what the 2 land is going to, sell at about 1,400 to 1,500, very likely for sure the developer will increase price after launch. Okay, so ECs are like that. First year probably increase 1-2%, second year 2-3%, third year 3-4%, because the developer knows as the prices move towards temporary occupation period where you're about to take keys. Okay, the buyers are even more willing to put their money down. Okay, so this is a classic example. This was done at Treasure Crest, a EC at Sengkang. Okay, when it was launched, okay, it was launched at 763. When the unit was aborted and resell in the market 3 years later, it was sold at 1,001 because 1,001 is what the current EC is paying right now. Okay, so there's a 44% jump, okay, in the price within 3 years. And this is not even MOP yet, my people, not even MOP yet. So this is what I mean by first mover advantage. So if you can go early because price will increase as years go by, as we go towards TOP. And then the only Treasure Crest. How about this? 100 pounds. 100 pounds, the aborted units were increased by 35%. So can you imagine if you are the first mover at Provence and 3 years later, your neighbor who buy an aborted unit will pay 35% more than you? Imagine your gain, because this person who buy 35% more than you will need to sell something even higher to make the money that you want to make. Okay, so this is something that you should be doing if you have this chance to book right now. Okay, let's do a case study. Okay, case study. What I mean is case study is a lot of people ask me, okay, buying ECs, I'd rather buy resale condo, okay, because resale condo is more easy to move in, but you must not forget something. When you buy EC, there's no additional buy stamp duty, your loan to value is not affected. Okay, so that being said, putting that aside, let's do this comparison. Case study of Esperina and Quartz. Esperina is here, an EC, okay, by Fraser. Okay, Quartz is here, a resale condominium. So in the past 10 years, okay, in 2010, Esperina transacted 426 units. The average price was $743 per square feet then. The Quartz, 863. Okay, 863. So you say that, oh, probably don't get EC lah. Okay, get a resale condo. Why? Because resale condo don't have to wait that long, ma. Okay, but let's look at what happens 10 years later. Okay, Esperina, from January 18 to April 2021, okay, the jump went from 743 to 1136 now for the average transacted price. And whereas the Quartz has only increased to 1,002 per square feet. Meaning, okay, then, okay, the jump from Esperina from launch into now 10 years later was 43% jump. But Quartz, if you buy something at 863 per square feet, 10 years later, you only make 13%. So that is the difference between buying a brand new launch. That is the difference between buying an EC and a resale condo. Even a resale EC is considered a resale condo, my people. Okay, so stagnation comes in, lease decay comes in, people choose the newer ones, so they're willing to pay a premium. Look, Esperina is very close to Quartz, almost next to each other. But why do people are willing to pay more, $150 per square feet more than a resale condominium? The people, when EC reaches MOP in the resale market, people won't tell you is, oh, because the EC our price, I'll offer you a lower rate. People pay the current market rate because there's no difference in terms of convenience, there's no difference in terms of facilities for an EC. It's exactly like a condominium. The only difference is the price is lower. Okay, so if you are looking at a resale condo, you may want to change your mind right now, okay, because the growth, because of lease decay, because of people wanting something newer, people will pay a premium for a newer EC, a newer condominium. Okay, all right. So very close. If you want to know, this is where Provence is. Okay, this is where the white site is. There's a white site here next to Sun Plaza. Okay, white site. What's white site? Basically, they are zoned for commercial, residential use, even hotels and even offices. So why do I flash out this white site? This white site is important. This white site will attract jobs into Sembawang. So this drives the demand of real estate at Sembawang, and Provence is smack in the middle of this, a mere 700 meters away from this white site. So in the very near future, if the government do ask for a tender for land for this white site, you stand to gain if you come into Provence, because there will be demand for real estate. There will be demand, be it rental, be it resale. Okay, there will be demand because people are moving in there to work. And also, where are your exit plans? okay, at exit plans like this, okay, you have a very big pool of BTOs buyers out here. Why are they your exit plans? Because these buyers may not be eligible anymore. They can be third timers. Their income may have exceeded 16,000, so they cannot buy an EC. So they're moving in and they want to stay around Canberra area because of the train station, because where their children study, because where their parents stay. Okay, they will look to upgrade. So this big pool out there, this very big pool out there of BTOs are your future buyers that you're looking at. Okay. Lastly, en bloc potential. This doesn't mean there is en bloc potential for Provence now. It may not be now. It has to be somewhere very, very far away in the future. Okay, but if you go by the statistics of things for the past few years, the en bloc frenzy that was happening, most of it were for properties less than 500 meters away. And Provence is 500 meters away from the train station. Those are between 500 to 1 kilometers away from train station. Not too bad, only 2 less. But those beyond a kilometers, not much chance of an en bloc. Okay, so that is why the people, even developers, recognize the importance of proximity to the train station. What about you? Okay, so in summary, let me give you the 4 key points of Provence I've given you. It is affordable, it's well connected, it is comfortable, and it is profitable. So if you have the chance, do it. If you have the chance to buy it, go ahead. On Thursday, I'll see you at the booking area at my office. Thank you very much and good night to you.
Provence Residence is developed by award-winning developer MCC Land Singapore Limited. This brand new project is already hailed as one of the top executive condominium curated with quality finishes to match the functional layouts in every aspect all condominium owners desire. Provence Residence have all life essentials at its doorstep, from schools, shopping malls, parks, community center, and many more. At Canberra Plaza, it's a new generation mall with a supermarket, food courts, fast food restaurants, enrichment centers, water playground for children, and many more. At Bukit, Canberra, it's a 12 hectares community hub which will provide amenities such as hawker center, polyclinic, largest public gym, and communal green spaces. Provence Residence is also the gateway to the rest of the city. With just a mere 6 minutes walk to Canberra MRT station, close proximity to major expressway, and future north-south corridor. Do you know that for the past 5 years, the lower entry prices and close proximity to the Canberra MRT station have resulted in the brownstone and visionary ECs achieving much higher returns than their private condominium counterparts within the vicinity? Provence Residence is set to be the new iconic building in the north. The modernized French living executive condominium will definitely win the hearts of many. Do not miss this chance. Visit us at the Provence Residence EC Show Gallery to find out more.